Very high. We were talking how we could have chosen many more than 20, actually. Such a range of ideas. Some things which, we were maybe expecting to see, but so many that we weren't. And really of a very high quality, so it wasn't easy at all, sort of narrowing them down. I guess we were looking, first of all, for things which we felt where the music itself would be really, had a good chance of being really powerful, affecting, well-made, beautiful. So that was, first thing in my brain, and I think probably in most people's. And then also a sense of works which could actually speak widely, which were not, only for a minute audience, but which addressed the themes and, the kind of, broad audience potentially. Well, they're so diverse, it goes from, relatively traditional sort of concert commissions to all kinds of sort of intermedia, mixed media, electronic, everything, really everything. So I think there are audiences for all these different kinds of musics, and hopefully people will, hear things that they wouldn't normally hear, and maybe be, introduced to new kinds of music and new kind of musical languages. And so, yeah. Yeah, I was wondering about that. When I got the the initial pack of proposals, I thought, well, am I going to be just I'm a composer, I write dots on paper. Is that going to be what am I just going to choose a bunch of people who do that? But actually, there were so many fascinating proposals from outside that world that it didn't really come up for me. Actually, there were outstanding sets of proposals where there was no notation at all, and obviously from outside our sort of classical culture and all sorts of different kinds of ideas. So that really didn't come up at all. So. I thought about it as a sort of it's almost like a litmus test, to kind of find out what's going on. It's sort of sticking your toe in a swimming pool and find out if it's cold or not. It was like that, really, and really, really interesting to just kind of be able to have an overview of what everyone's up to and what the potential ideas are and the connections. And it was actually a fantastic sort of privilege, actually, to have that sort of bird's eye view into that process. Brilliant. Well, it's food for thought, It is, because there's just such a diversity of approaches, we all make music, but it seems like there's a million ways of making music that I hadn't thought of, which, it's just fascinating, yeah. I want to be transported, I want to be taken somewhere I hadn't thought of. I want to have my feelings stirred, and I want to be left with questions and ideas which I hadn't had before. I think it's very lively. A project like this is, you couldn't ask for a better project, actually. It's very open. It's properly resourced. It's casts its net very widely. No, I think it's terrific. Because it's really difficult to make a living as a musician. It is, it's a cliche, but it is. It's very difficult, especially now with, downloading, challenging, sort of people's traditional income. It's tough. And, if people don't get a first chance or aren't given chances at the beginning, then they can't grow. And so, a project like this hopefully can support that.